Yeah, okay, thank
If
you.
you prefer, I can send a mail for that so that it's clear
Yeah,
and that it's covered.
yeah,
So
thank you.
you may always record it.
Yeah,
So we got a question for a building in Luxembourg. They want to make it BREEAM. It's a certificate for that they don't use power from the grid, that they have their own power, that it's a durable building. For that, they want one estimation with 50% of the surface of the roof with solar panels. So 200 watts per square meter of the roof, so we can calculate how much that is, and one with 60%. And they want 236.189 kilowatt hours per year. So two estimations, one building, two estimations.
okay, two options.
This
Okay,
this is
yeah.
the building.
Mm.
What they did here, this is a technical roof, an extra floor. So this, in my opinion, this won't work. These are too short amount of panels in one direction. So I would make this longer, so it comes till here. So I have around at least 8, at max 18 modules. So it can be one string afterwards. So that's a small adaptation, and they want panels against the wall. That's a more difficult thing in Virto. It's not made for that. So it will do some things that I don't like. So we will have to design them in another roof and then shift them to the one that we need. I will first open AutoCAD. I see it's not standing below. For the other roof, I sent an email already, but this one they needed last week, so it's more urgent. It's a smaller one, so it's a little bit easier. Um, you see the floors here, so we can take the heights from this drawing. Um, for the software, this height is rather a problem because when you go above 20 meters, they want the producers of the mounting structures to make it because they want to be sure about the ballast that's needed to keep it in place. But for our calculations, it's not necessary. Normally we can do it if they didn't change it in the Verto 2.0, but it worked in the previous versions. Let's see if AutoCAD is open. No, it's still opening. So the first thing that we will do is shape the building. So we got an AutoCAD. It's in the folder input. Copy. So the original file stays here. And go to the Xref folder. I see that I did place it here already. Clean this a little bit up. I don't need this one. I only need the roofs, and I will only use one of them because we will reshape it in 3D. Okay. But you see there, in my opinion, this will be a lifeline. So no one can fall off the roof. So this we need. They didn't do the access on both of them. Are you familiar in buildings? In
Yes, we
buildings,
are
yes,
design.
because they always use the access, huh? We don't need them in the drawing, but you can copy normally if they do them in every layout, then you can copy on the axis, but now we can't. And I will just go down like this. I think it will be here. And we have it. Okay. A lot of layers are off. Don't think we will need them. Okay. We will leave this for like it is for now. And I open the template. I will always include the template in the project so it's easier. If you open it and you have Virto installed, it will always open in Virto. It comes in handy when you're working in Virto, otherwise it's a little bit stupid. So you click Start. Then he will open a frame. This is a rooftop project, so you have to choose the rooftop. The name of the project, I think, take it, but we will copy paste it. Fine, not necessary. We work in meters. Georeference, then I have to check where it was. Of course, in maps. Oh, in maps. Wait a moment. Not here. Here, okay. Satellite. Think it's a shopping center. Not sure for 100% because I don't see where they would build a new building here. And now we will just take this. Didn't have the install completely, I guess, for the maps, the geo maps. Next. Belgium 1972 should be okay. We'll check. Not completely correct, I see. Reorientate the marker. It's not the correct location. Edit location. I don't know why it's not showing it here. Yeah, we'll just leave this off for now. Okay, should be on. See, they're too big. I think it will be like this. Normally we need the orientation. So for now, I don't know how it's orientated. I don't think maybe in the PDF. Here they have a north arrow, so we can use this. I'll take print screen. This is the orientation. Take this one. Do it like this. So for now, you see, we have the basic to make the 3D design on. I see this one, where the panels will be standing, is 27 meters. This one is 31. So we go to Verto again. We take the next step, building. We can make a north arrow. So this one, if we click it, if it wants to work, Oh no, it's not that one, of course. Let me see. They changed everything. They placed it in other orders, switched it, so I have to see where it stands. Normally it should be here. Rotate view. Line, of course, yes. And he places it like this. It's easier to design because then it goes straight your lines. If I click on the north and it turns again, we don't need that for now. Normally I would be able to make a north arrow on it to give the orientation of the modules. I think it will be in the areas or the modules. We will see it later on. This is a flat roof, so we click a flat roof. The surface height is 31.35. It's in meters. Does it do it? 31.35. Click enter. No. Why doesn't he do it? Now he's clicking. Okay. Does it have a parapet? No, I don't think so. It's not a rectangle, it's a polygon. It doesn't take the edged lines, so we will have to make it like this. And it does have a parapet, but it's not the height of the parapet. I will do it like this. I will check how it does it afterwards. C for close. Oh, I didn't take that. And I will have to start over again. You see that he places a height marker here. Afterwards, I can click on make it a 3D, and it will make a 3D here. If I now click generate, do it like this. Did he do it? I don't see it. Yes, he made a 3D of it.
Okay.
So we will go again. We'll first delete this one. Okay. Now I will start here. Okay, now we have the building. This will be one. The height is here. Then we do the second one. It's on 27.25. Maybe wants to come in. 27.25. Polygon. Wait a moment, I will do it differently. I will say here we have a parapet, the wall height. We will take 0.3. Wall height, I think it will be 0. We can measure it. Wait. 0.5. Normally a building isn't like this with the round edges. And then it's a little bit easier. Did I go? Okay, it's correct. Okay, now he made the roof edges edit. Generate 3D. Now we have the roof in 3D. What I do see here is that he didn't do the parapet with it. And that will be because the form here is too difficult. So we crashed on it. It's not that big of a problem for now. Okay, then we can go to the next step, the areas. Let's first see how to place the compass where they did hide it. There's always a help here. If you click this, you go to the website of Verto and you can type your questions there.
Okay.
Here you can search for your answers. Normally it should be in the VertoCAD 2.0 because if you look here, it's completely different. Azimuth should be here. Other thing we can we can draw obstacles here also. So an obstacle type, this, depending on what it is, it's not all that important, but every obstacle can get a different offset. So you can say, for example, a lifeline, the height is always 0.2. Align to roof. Why did they ask that? If you take a path, you can give it a weight 0.05, for example, because it's just a cable.
Okay.
And then let's see what he wants to do. I do it in separate parts because if I do it like this, it's right click or escape. Don't know for sure. Escape, I guess. Then it sets his height here. If I do it like this, Alt, okay, it remembers what I did. So that's a good thing. If I do it like this, it also works, but he places his height here in the middle. So that's a little bit stupid. So that's why I don't do it like that. You can also copy obstacles. For a lifeline, it's a little bit stupid, but if it's a roof window or a HVAC group, you can copy it. Let's erase. Okay, now they're on. So if we make the 3D of it, I think there was a 3D, that's why it was doing some weird things. If it's in 3D, the snap is not correct. It's not that handy. This is a roof window, so we will see if it's in skylight,
Okay.
align to roof, rectangle. Wait, top height is 0.5. Edge height is okay, radius is okay. Let's make it like this. So that one's on. So this is something that you can copy. These are just height markers, so it's not necessary. This will be, I think it's an outlet for the elevator. They didn't design it here, so I'm not sure where it is. This is a little bit crazy. They drew over it. And also, I see that they have a lifeline here also. Or it's just a PV zone, so I don't know for sure yet. Okay. I will take this because here stands that there's a ladder here. So this is an access to the roof. This will be a hole in the roof, but you can't design a hole. You can only design something that's coming up, but no real take obstacle for this. Height 0.2 is okay because we don't need that much of a height. Then it's just a roof fall. We make it a rectangle like this. Generate 3D. Okay. Keep out zones. Skylight 0.5 is okay. Obstacle 0.5 is okay. Lifeline, I would take 0.5. You can go closer than the 0.5, but we can do that afterwards. This is what the software will take care with. The ridge and the gutter, they're not in it yet, so that doesn't matter. Don't know how he will draw it for now. Okay, he put them on. It's like this. The edge zone will be 1 meter, if I saw it correctly here. They have an edge of 1 meter.
Yeah.
I will select the roofs. Okay, they're on. You see for here, it will take in account the lifeline because it's crossing here. Okay. The layout boundary automatic.
Mm.
Now we have boundary 1 and boundary 2, calls and PV arrays. We can move this so it's a little bit clear. What he will do for now, because we did it automatically, he will count these PV modules double because it's in both boundaries. So this one is not a good one. So let's go back. Like this. We can also draw one or convert. So first we will draw this one, and I will draw it in the inside here. Be around here. Doesn't matter that much if it's not that straight because we can always shift. And if the module is for 60% in the area, it will be counted. This will be straight, so it's easier. I'll close it. Now this is PV area 1. The other one we can convert. This is area 2. Like this. We will save. For the naming, I always take this one. Not in the Xrefs, of course. Save. Okay. This one's done. Then we go to the module layout. Here you see the first column are all the PV models that we can use. I placed some modules. What I did is take a Trina module, copy it, and gave it another name for Sweco, so that customers can't see the brand. Because otherwise, if someone makes an offer, he will take that brand.
Okay.
And then they don't have an honest opinion. So Trina is one of the best modules in the world, in my opinion, but we don't want the one that will make the offer know that we calculated with Trina. So mostly I will take the 450 module. This one. Then here is the mounting structure. Here, normally we would take or a Vasco or Van der Valk. This is a Belgian brand. This is a Dutch brand from Holland. So for here, I will see what they did. Go. Of course, I think they took a lot of space in between. Did they place a measurement here? 60. So it will be an east-west. These are the standards, and this is one that I made myself. So we can make structures ourselves, but of course, if I make one here, I don't know if they can deliver it. For a small project like this, they won't make a special system. If you have a very large project, they can make it custom made for you, but not for this one. Um, is it all in east-west? Let's see. Module is in landscape, so that's okay. We will create it in 2D. I take this one. Maybe not be a plus, I see. Why is that? 2500 would work. I can move this a little on the top gap and the bottom gap, but that's only theoretical because if you buy the system, it's just like it is. So first, but they wanted 60 centimeters. So 60, let me calculate. Be 2 meters 80. That they don't have, then we take, doesn't want it like that, but okay. If we now click build, we must select all the boundaries, then it will design there. Validation failed. See if it does something. Okay, now he did it like this because we don't have a north arrow yet. I didn't place it, so I will delete them. Module layout, let's see, edit layout. If you want to copy a module or erase it, you will have to do it with this. You can delete or copy with AutoCAD, but every module in this software is unique and you will calculate with it. So then there will be some faults in it. Okay, like this, I have to search where my north arrow is at. Like this. Where did they hide it? We'll take the help. Of course, this is the old software and it was easy. It was standing there right in front of your nose. I will go back. This is not what I want. I want it in VertoCAD 2.0. Now I don't find it there, of course. Not here. Why did they hide it like that? Maybe even this is a south orientated system. So then we would take the single one. But I want to know where they hit the north arrow. Mm, not what I need. Why do they change everything? For now, we will do it like it was because I don't find it directly. We will see it later, and then I will tell where it is because I did find it in one project, but now I don't find it anymore. The project where I did have it. This one. So this was a PV carport that I started once, but then you have the solar compasses, and it says where the solar panels will be directed to, and you couple it to the PV zones. But of course, I don't know why I don't find it now. Would it be in the project? No. Side objects. So you see, you can place trees, windmills, pylons. Windmills should be wind turbines, of course, because a windmill is something for children, not not a turbine. Why did they hide it? Okay, let's go back to this one. Module layout. It remembered what we placed here. We will build it again. Select all. I can't choose the azimuth here because I didn't find where to place it. It's built and it does it 90 degrees. It's like that. Then you can make a summary of it. Modules. Insert a table. Place it here. Then it gives you the amount of modules like it's here. This can be placed in your title corner. If you look here, it's standing here. So everything is on your drawing. I see something weird here with the solar panels also. I don't know why he did that. If it's like that, I don't want to show it on my drawing because this is pointless. It's something that because the databases have changed, because it went to Virtual 2.0, these are panels that I made myself and now it's wrong. Normally I can access, but maybe it's not necessary for now. And I can make new models, can make new structures. Leave this closed. And mostly this is what we do for the solar panels. Design it like this. It's not that difficult. We can also make a shading analysis on it. Let's not hide this. Now I have a database for Brussels file. There should be more. And it doesn't find it. Then I'll leave it like this for now. The start date and the end date. The sensor grid automatic. You can draw them because like this, it's rather pointless again. This one we Normal, yeah, maybe he needs it. Okay. Settings. Surface, yes. Offset height, maybe 0.2. Doesn't really matter that much. I always take it a hatch, a slanted. Percentage of losses. Show values in the drawing, no. No output. Okay, it changed a little. Normally I could take square meters for it, but not anymore, I guess. I can choose threshold, then it will cut off panels that lose too much, but we won't do it. You can do it on the surface or on the modules. And I run. In the former version, this was something that could crash my computer because it has to think a lot. Now you see on the colorations where the best fields in the roof area are. Depending on the color, the white is 100%, the blue is 50%. Okay, we will close it. What sometimes is asked also is the mounting system. And for here it was Van der Valk, so we click it. Calculate, pop, 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 pop. There is no dilatation, yes, so we will first have to do the dilatation. No, we will do it automatic. Will we do it like that? Thermal brakes automatic, yes. See if it does it. Numbering. Doesn't ask anything. Manual. No dilatations. Maximum of rows auto detect, yes. Okay, so now he has the dilatations, yes. Numbering, he numbered them. Calculate. Then you get something like this. For this, I will always give the input because you have to know which zone it is, where it's placed. I think this we will take PVC for now. Select the roofs. Then it takes the heights. It's a little bit weird that it's a minus. Project name, I will always take the same name as a CAD file. Can't choose Luxembourg, so I take Belgium. It's a little bit weird that I can't take it. Then you can take the Google Maps also. Is it still open somewhere? Click on the XY. Open it again. It's in. Should be working like this. This will be category 3. They placed pictures with it, so now it's easier. It wasn't in the former version. Basic wind speed. It will be around 23 here, I guess, because in Belgium, this is for Wallonie, the most southern part. So this will be minor or less. Okay, snow is all areas. Next. Design lifetime always 25. Orography factor, I don't know what it will be. Consequence class will be a CC2, maybe even a CC3 if it's really a shopping center, but place it on CC2. Open system. There will be no wind deflectors. Ballast, okay. Generate bill of materials and report. Calculate. Something's wrong, so it won't calculate. But basically, they will make a link to the website of the manufacturer of the system and get a report from there. So it will be a report, an official report, how much ballast the system will need to stay in place.
Okay.
The problem here will be, in my opinion, that there are two roofs over each other. So another way to design this roof is cutting this one out in one. So you place them next to each other. Or this is not the most easy roof to start with. It's not big, but it's not the most easy. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay.
What we don't do and what's in, because you're electrical engineer, I guess, huh?
Sorry?
You're an electrical expert, huh? An electrical engineer, or?
Yeah, I do know
Right.
electrical
Yes.
engineer.
What we can also do is something else here, is do the complete inverter configuration, make the complete system in it, DC, AC, and then also make DC loss calculations in it to
Okay.
see how much losses will be in it. But that we don't need at Sweco. We can also make the string drawings, how they will have to connect the panels on the roof. Can also be made in this software, but also that we don't use because in Sweco we don't make the plans to go to build the project. So a contractor will make the plans again, and then they make all those things, but we can control them and check if it's correct, and we can make it. So if in the future in Vietnam Sweco says we want to make projects, then of course I have the knowledge and I can show how to do it, because some things that are in the software are because I asked it. So for string drawings in my former job, I wanted the colors on the panels, and they didn't do that. So it were just lines on the panels, and I always colored the panels because in the beginning there was no software like Virto. Everything was done manually, and then they added it, like the arrow in the panels. This is because I said I only want to use the software if they have a pointing arrow. It were all squares in the beginning. But with this, you can see where the panel is pointing at. So some things in the software are because I asked it, like a single wire diagram, because I said maybe it would be handy. You have all the information. Why don't make it possible to make a single wire diagram out of it?
Okay.
So also that is included. If you place your inverters, you can also make a single wire diagram. Then you have here a bill of materials. If you design everything with the export Excel of the bill of materials, I can make a price, how much it will cost. because
Yeah.
I worked with a contractor and I made the Excel for the pricing, and I made it that way that I can use this output to automatically make the price.
Yeah. It's same. It's parts BOQ in Revit, right? And we can add the bill. We can calculate the bills. Yeah. And okay. About this project, I have some question.
Yes.
What we need to do in this project? Draw the floor plan, roof plan,
Yes.
PV arrays and arrangement PV array in the roof, right?
Yes. So we
Yeah.
always design the roofs
Yeah.
and then place the solar panels on it. And what's important then is now they want 50% of the roof used for solar panels.
Hmm.
So we need the square meters of the roof, of course, and take 50% of that for the solar panels, for example. That's more difficult because then first we have to know the square meters and have to know how much square meters of solar panels do we have. Then second is output power. So calculate battery is running low.
It's really you need to plug in.
That's weird because I plugged it in. So maybe okay, my cable wasn't in. That's good. Okay. I also place the battery, the charger under my laptop so it can cool. Did you know that if you don't plug in your laptop on the AC, that it doesn't have full power?
I always
So
plug in my laptop when I working because I think it's performance is better when you plug in.
yes, because
Yeah.
it goes in hyperdrive, but it doesn't do it. It doesn't boost when it's not on the adapter.
Hmm.
So I always was working on the docking stations in Sweco, and I always had problems. And that's why everyone says when I'm working at home, it goes better
Hmm.
because then it boosts from 2.5 to 3 or 4 megahertz.
Yeah.
Stupid laptops. Why don't they tell that to everyone? Always plug it in.
Yeah. Now you're
So
working going Orange or home?
today I'm working from home. I work
Yeah.
3 days at the office, but at the Lantis office because I'm detached to the Oosterweel project.
Okay.
So for 4/5, so I only work 1 day for Sweco a week. I,
Yes.
I work I work every day for Sweco, but 4/5 for Lantis.
That's the reason why I don't see anyone around you.
Yes. Today I'm at home. Mostly I do it like this because there's not a lot of light here, so I just do it like this. So I live in a wooden home
Hmm.
that I completely built it myself.
Yes. Complete by
So
yourself. Yeah.
So we did everything ourselves. So I'm a really bad customer for construction parties because I do everything myself. I let someone come one time, and the second time I do it myself.
You want to install a PV system in yourself in your
I
house?
have a PV system because my former company we placed solar panels,
Hmm.
and they gave me a bonus once, and I asked if I could take solar panels instead of the money, and they said, "Okay, take it." So I have a PV system on the roof. I have a lot of trees standing in the south of the system, so it only gives half of the production that it should give, but it's no problem because I got it for free.
Hmm.
Of course, I
Yeah.
worked for it because they paid me not enough. They gave me a very little payment.
It's big problem with money, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's not only in Vietnam that they pay peanuts. We know the
Okay.
saying, eh? If you're paying peanuts, you get monkeys, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Did you know Hi?
I don't know. I don't know what this.
Did you know Hai who left Sweco? I think around December.
Sorry.
Did you know Hai?
Hi.
Hai, it was from your team, I guess. Hai.
Hai chiều cao ấy.
There's no hi.
You know, do you know Huy, my team project leader?
No.
Wait. Do you see this?
Đấy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called our colleague.
He sent me some pictures from
Ho Chi Minh City. It's not. Yeah. The Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam.
Yes,
Oh my
now.
God.
Yeah.
But now there's sun. He went there and it was minus 20 degrees. So
Yes.
we went from 35 to minus 20 in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
the weather in Vietnam is hot.
Yes, he
Hai.
would like to come to Europe. But I think everyone in Asia wants to come to Europe.
Okay.
But Europe is falling down. You should go to China, I guess.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. So this was a small. The next project will be a little bit more difficult because it are a lot of roofs. Mostly, when I ask something like this, I say it's about 4 hours for a roof. So if it's a project with 5, 6, 7 roofs, I do it. I multiply it with 4, minor or less, to give you the time. In the beginning, it will take more time, of course. If you know where to find everything, like now, I don't find the compass anymore, so it will take me some time to relocate it. And then afterwards, of course, it will be faster again. But everything stays in the drawing. If you have to change something, you can change the panels, you can change the mounting structure. But best is not to invent them yourself because they won't be able to buy it like that. Contractors won't make it themselves. They will buy it at companies like this, like Avasco or Van der Valk. SDEC I don't like. I don't like the system. I don't think it's that good. Sunbeam I never used. Aero Compact, I think it's crap, but I don't know for sure. The systems that are in here, they also made the ballast software on the websites of the manufacturers. So that's why they can make the connections and make the calculations in the software.
Okay. Yeah. If I in just email you send me, I can check it. And which deadline for this project?
This project was last week. So I'm late already because last week I was on a holiday. And the weeks before I had to do the permit drawings for the Oosterweel. It was a lot of work. I did a lot of overtime, so I needed some rest. So it's not really that big of a problem because I'm late with this already. I needed to find someone to design it in Vietnam again because Hai left. He always says I want to come to Belgium to redo it to go back in the designing of the solar systems, but I'm not sure if Sweco will allow that.
Okay.
So in my opinion, even if he comes to Belgium, Sweco will always say do it with someone from Vietnam. It will always be like that because they have to cut prices.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's why they don't allow him to come to
Yes.
Belgium because to come to live there, but they didn't allow it.
Cost
So
price.
yeah, that's the reason. Yes, it's just for the price because everyone works with foreign firms, companies. So everyone has to do it like that. So that's the good thing. There will always be work in Asia because everyone wants to work with Asian companies.
Okay. To
because
work.
then we can cut prices.
Oh my god, thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, for this one, I will first search where to change the compass. Then I will contact you again, and then you can use this drawing and place the panels in the correct way.
Okay.
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 And I know in the beginning it will take more time than it will be in the future. I will see with my team manager if we can have some educational hours on it or not. If it's not, then it's all booked on the project till someone complains.
Yes. Okay.
And then we
Thanks.
will see if we can shift it to other projects. Because
Okay.
this project number I didn't find yet. So we will have to search. The other one will take a lot of more hours, so there we can do more.
Mm.
Then we have more time to see how it works.
Yeah. I wish spend more time to how
Yes.
to design by this tool. Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
of course, after a while, if you see a roof, then you see, okay, here are some lightning rods.
Mm.
Then you can see the lifelines.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah.
this building before, never. So after a while, you see, okay, how they built the roof, because then you will start to know this will be the HVAC, in my opinion, some skylights. So after a while, you see the obstacles. Here you see, okay, there's a large tower in front of it
Mm.
for the shading. So after a while, you will see if you see the Googles, because we can also design on the Googles. We can implement them with the maps. And if you design on the Google, mostly it's faster, because if you get an architectural drawing, you have to clean it, and that takes a lot of time. Most of
Yeah.
the time goes in cleaning the drawings.
Mm.
So the most projects I gave to High was based on Google. Yes, and if you see a roof like this, okay, this is a green roof. You can't choose that. That's a little bit stupid. If it's black, then it's bituminous. And if it's white, then it's PVC. But okay, this is not a roof, of course.
It's material at roof. Yeah.
It's a material. And
Yeah.
because if you do a ballast calculation, most of the ballast is necessary for the gliding of the system, because the wind comes from one side and it wants to push it to the other. It's not the lift, because if you have a building, wait a moment. Google.
Unless.
See if I find a picture of it. If you have like this, if the wind comes from one direction, it will go up. It will here go against the wall, turn. But if it here goes up, there will be some turbulences here on the edges. So that's how it's calculated. On the edges, you need more ballast than in the middle of the roof, because here will be some turbulences. It will make some sucking on the modules, create a lift. Therefore you need ballast, but most of the ballast is just for the gliding.
Yes.
So that's the theoretical part. Why I know this and searched it, because there was no calculation in the beginning in 2011, and we had to do it ourselves and use our gut feeling for it. And of course, the first storm, a lot of solar panels were flying away.
Yes.
Then the ballast increased. Then the next storm, more damage, because the first time everything slides a little and it's not connected that well anymore. So after a while, someone made a system on it, and that's like Ferto did.
Mm.
They made a calculation on it because if you have the strict norms and calculation norms for a building, you would need 200 kilograms per square meter to keep it in place. So it's too much. A roof won't be able to bear that. Normally, if you have 25 kilos, it's a lot. A roof will almost never have 25 kilos spare to place solar panels on it. Mostly they say we have 15 kilos, so that's not much,
15 kilo
for
is better.
example.
Yeah.
So, but mostly in most cases we need 25. Like this roof, because it's almost 30 meters, it will be 25 at least.
At least. Yeah.
At least, yes. Also that after a while you know that, minor or less. The closer you get to the edges, the more ballast you need. And then some smart people said, but if you cut off the panels with a lot of ballast on the edges, then we need less ballast. No, because then the other panel will be a side panel and will need more ballast. So it's not working like that.
Mm.
Okay, it will increase because you get farther away from the roof edges, but in theory, it will not supply. It will not work like that.
Okay.
Okay. We will leave it for this for now. I will search for the compass. I will contact you again.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you
Let me see.
Yeah.
How late is it already in Vietnam at this moment?
It's about
I will have to add it again to my clock so that I can see how late it is in Vietnam, because it's not because I'm sending that you have to answer. If it's evening, it's evening. You don't have to answer. Sometimes when I think of something, I will put it in Teams already, but you don't have to answer. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Because I
worry
know
about
that you
this.
do
Yeah.
it. I know
Yeah.
that you do it.
Yeah.
But you don't
Yeah.
have to. It's not
Yeah. Okay.
necessary. When it's evening, it's evening. You don't have to answer. It's just because if I don't send it, I will forget it.
Okay.
I don't
That's good.
expect you to do overtime.
Don't
Okay?
worry about this. Yeah.
You may do overtime if you book it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
okay.
if today you work an hour extra, tomorrow I want you to do an hour less.
Okay, got
Okay?
it. Okay.
Every hour should
Goodbye.
be booked, otherwise it's not correct. Okay?
Okay.
Hear you later. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for teaching.
No problem. It's not teaching,
Yeah.
it's helping. It's
Not
helping.
teaching. Yeah. Just
Yeah,
helping.
thanks for your
Yeah.
helping.
Yes.
We work.
Okay.
We work. Yeah. We work together. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we work
Bye.
together.
See you later.
Okay, bye. See you later.